Yes, like I'll be talking about the major talking points that were discussed in the company calls and how can we interpret them and what do we get in essence of like how the company will be moving forward with all the guidance and stuff, right? Yeah, so let's get started. The Meghmani Organics. So it's an organic based company, so like it's a chemical company. So I'll just briefly take you through the company's website. So just give me a second. So like this is the company's website. So as we can see, the company is the largest white fertile cyanide pigment manufacturer globally. It has around 9 latest ISO located manufacturing facilities. And so basically what we are interested is in the crop protection and nutrition pigments and titanium dioxide, which is the company's core businesses on which they actually earn revenue. And if you go to the screen.com, so screen is a site where you can get I think like 80 to 90% of the information about any company. So we can see that the last 5 quarters of the company has been loss reporting, and the the operating margins were also not very quite good as it pretty much come out of plateau. And this quarter they have reported a 1% of operating margin, not quite good, but we'll take that. So will be taking the for the con call or transcript of the company call for what the management has to say about the future, right? Yeah, so let's get started. Yeah, so coming on earnings conference call of the Meghmani Organics. So we just frame. So like I have read already the report and I have highlighted the point one. So the company says that the titanium dioxide segment has not stabilized and the plant is running foundation. Call to the production stabilized well, and we have received the approval from few and new customers in different categories like ceramic, and we are also expecting term into them to be on in China in the quarter three. So this is one of positive highlight that the company has given that they have received approvals from many customers and they most likely will be supplying which will in turn increase the revenue of the company in the subsequent coming quarters. And although the dumping thing that we were talking about earlier, due to the China, like with COVID, so a lot of chemical or organic chemical companies had stock piled up, which were, was not able to sell during COVID times, and inventory piled up was sold at such steep discounts by the Chinese suppliers that other players in the industry were not able to compete, and especially because of that, the Indian chemical industry was suffering a lot. But now we have seen that the stock compiled, the inventory has come down, and we are expecting a demand recovery in demand, and also coming on the like since we have received proposals from the new customers, and then we are also expecting anti-dumping policy on titanium dioxide from in around quarter three. So we can expect a good year ahead. And then in the crop production segment, the production was nearly up 20. Sorry for that. Yeah. So the production was up by 20% year on year, and industry stood at 73%, which is a very good number. And the company is expecting to keep the utilization above 75%. And if we go down below, we will also get to know that the break-even point for the company is like 70%. So it's a favorable metric. So this is also second highlight point. So yeah, and for the pigment segment, it was up 9% year on year, and the prices stood at 45%. As well for this, the bump is not so much good, but again, it's an improvement from the company's side. So that they are gaining control over their assets, and then it can come back again. Uh, so this is like EBITDA is 9.4 positive against a revenue of 22. and while the rest last year it was equal for negative. So correspondingly, the company has been on track to become profitable again, and they are expecting a double-digit restricted growth, which they have earlier demonstrated. And since it's a small-time company, as we say, the market cap is just 2,300 crores. So it's pretty small. Then when you're for a small-time company, a double-digit growth is not a surprise that we can expect. But we are expecting that our small company should provide at the fast double rate rather than a three big company. So yeah. So next again some Mr. Ankit Patel. So let's see click on Mr. Ankit Patel is. So Mr. Ankit Patel is the chairman and management director of Meghmani Organics. So he also sees that the demand is picking up from different markets, and overall the business demand picking up, so they expect a very good quarter. And as we have seen from the quarterly reports, so the trading margin come at 1%, which were in the range of -5 to 2% or 0% in from the last quarter. So we can expect a healthy year ahead. And if you also see the stock price of this chart, the chart has been rising in this channel, and it has come from like 80 to 90, approximately around 14 rupees return on 80. So it would be around like 20% return we can see in the last 1 month. So that's a good sign. So that too, people are encouraged that if we get that, yeah. So it's also getting a positive response from the Brazil market, and for the majority of the since that we were discussing earlier that the inventory levels have become reasonable, so they are expecting good demand from Brazil as well, as it's one of their good markets. And they're also expecting that when the demand will pick up, the prices of the products will also pick up, because the prices right now are not sustainable for any industry. So there's a very good chance that the price will increase going forward, and which will in turn increase the profit margins, and again we can see a good trend in the stock price. Again, friends, it's not a recommendation to buy and sell. Please do your own financial analysis or consider or financial advisor. You're here just to learn and what the company or its management has to say about the company, right? Yeah, so moving on. So on the product side also, the company earlier COVID-19 was expecting a lot of approvals. They were going to introduce a lot of products, but due to the COVID-19, everything got delayed, and they were not able to focus on it. But now they are anticipating that in the next 2 to 3 years, they'll get a lot of different approvals for the different markets and new products. And now also they have launched around like let's see 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 products they have introduced, and there are a lot of many more products that are in pipeline as well. So we can expect a stronger product portfolio, which can again contribute to the increase in revenues. And they also have a new plant which is kind of under the manufacturing of the new product, these new launches. So that is not running at its full capacity right now, but when it will run as its full, like full, take it will run its full capacity. So we can expect a 200 to 300 revenue jump from that as well, and please seeing this revenue. So for a year basis, so it's like around 1500 or so. So a 200 jump could be a good number, 10% or a double digit growth already. So yeah, so like that was the third point that we saw. And so again, very so Mr. Swainam Hilani asked, what are the expectations and recovery in realization as well, volume or realization. So the company is focusing on realizations rather than the volume because profitability is more important for the company right now. So it's not just focusing on increasing production because it can lead into again a down cycle of inventory buildup and then it can bust them or lead to 2 to 3 consecutive back orders. So this is one of the again good things that the company is focusing on profitability rather than volume acquisitions because it's not a volume gain because and then the company has also spread a good capex of 1100 crores over the projects and it's expected to generate a lot of revenue because like let's see like in the crop production business that we saw like it's uh you see like how many percentage of crop production that is delivered. Let's see as a crop nutrition business and business services and technology resource and 70% share in total revenues. So they have around 400 crore investment in this, which will create 800 crore plus revenue, and the communication they have spent around 150 crores, which will generate around 1,000 crore revenue if utilized at a full capacity basis, and then with entertainment tax as well, which is also a gaming product. We have invested around 600 crores, and it's a phase-wise generation, so it's expected to generate revenue of close to 2,275 to 3. So overall, looks good, right? And the company has also taken up debt, of course, for the capex you have to take up debt, right? So again, this is my fourth good point because the company has done a lot of capex, like they have built a foundation in the last 2 years, which will help them grow over the next few years. So this is a very good point. So I'll just observe this. Take a minute. So the company has taken a debt of around more than 550 crores in the which is upfront. So but the company has also done a repayment of around 173 crores and they are expecting to pay down a similar amount in the next year as well and then it will expect to bring the debt substantially low over the next 4 years time. So it's a good highlight from the company that they are not focusing much on that and they just pay out the debt from whatever revenue they get over the next few years. So the interest will so the interest cost will also come down and it will be a good help for the company. So this will be number 5. Yeah. So yeah. So the rate of interest is Mr. Pradeep Rawada. So it's in the range of 5 to 6%. So I think it's a pretty decent rate of interest and they're expecting it to even go lower because they have seen that the debt is actually peak here at the moment, and when the rates are improving, they can expect a cut down in the rate as well to other float interest rate. Right? I don't know like why the people think that the interest rates will come down, but I don't know like after September what will happen. I read somewhere else also like after September they are expecting again Fed will cut rates like the Fed means the body, Indian interest body, right? But let's see what they see, right? So yeah. So the first quarter results were out, and the company was again in losses, right? But they expect that they'll be the path of probability, and they will very good chance to be profitable uh, in the quarter two onwards. So we in the next 90 days we can observe something that will be good for the company, and the price will run up. And talking about the Thailand asset, which was not running full capacity, so it will be at about 70% capacity, which is a good number. because that's one of the breakable points for this plant. And since it's a new business and to realize its full potential might take some time, but who knows? And the company is not looking at any of the demerger as of now. So this is a the company is focused on for next quarter. We can see that. Hmm. And anti-dumping that we saw. So yeah. So yeah, this was it.